Hello and welcome back to another episode, and it's time for a book review. It's been a long time since I did one of these. I think the last time I did a book review was maybe 5 months back. So, this book that I was reading is called REWORK, and it's actually the second time that I'm reading this book. It's a good read, especially if you run your own business, though I feel everyone could find this book pretty useful. Every page of this book is extremely straightforward and has some actionable insights that you could implement in your own life. And it's fairly easy to read through as well. I remember taking 2 days to read this, so I'm pretty sure you could read this in a day if you really tried hard. If you want to. So here are 3 things that really stood out for me. Number 1 being momentum is important. Now this is something that I've dealt with in my own life, where I've gone through periods of time where I've been extremely unproductive and incapable of doing anything. And there's a serious lack of motivation to do anything. Now the key to getting out of a slump like this is by taking on small projects and small things to do that will result in small victories. And these small victories will help get the engine running, so that you can gain the momentum needed to tackle much bigger tasks, or to be more productive, or to just get out of whatever you are going through. And I feel momentum is so important that I feel I could probably make a bigger video on just momentum and how important that is to getting things done. Next, planning is just guessing, especially in business and especially with long-term plans. Just because your plan made sense yesterday doesn't mean that it'll make sense tomorrow or even today for that matter. So always be ready to improvise and change. Also, because it's only when you start doing something that you're presented with new information that could potentially change your outcome or could potentially change your plan. So always be ready to change things as and when required, and you don't need to stick to something just because you thought that was the right way to do it, or just because you told somebody else that you do it a certain way, or just because you planned things to go a certain way. So yeah, always be ready to improvise. The third thing that I really liked about this book was about not making long lists. And now this is something that I've been a victim of myself. A couple of months back, I was feeling extremely productive, and I made a list of 100 things that I should be doing, and I was super impressed that I did that. But it's only when I got to doing it and I did like 10 things off that list, instead of feeling happy that I had done that, I felt extremely anxious that I had 90 more things to do. And having done 10 things when you have 90 more to do makes what you have done sound extremely insignificant. So it's a better idea to make smaller lists so that you feel that you've gotten more done. And clearing of smaller lists also helps you be more happier and helps you be more motivated to get the rest of the things done. So try to make small lists, because long lists often get ignored and it's pretty useless. These are just some of the things that I really liked about this book, though there are a lot of useful, interesting things like meetings are toxic, and inspiration is perishable, marketing is not a department, or how to even say sorry. So I'll rate this book at a solid 9. If you guys are interested in reading this book, I'll add a link to the book in the description below. And that's all for this week's episode. I hope you all are doing well, and I'll see you next Sunday. Also, before you guys leave, I have a small update. I started another YouTube channel called Gopigraphy. It's for my company, which I've been running for the last 1.5 years now. And the work that I've been doing for the last 2 years, I compiled the best of it and put them together in a 2-minute showreel. And that showreel goes live tomorrow. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a link to that as well in the description below. And yeah, that's about it. That's the end of this video.